Your food truck menu is not helping customers. What it's really doing is it's making them exhausted. And the problem is most food truck owners, they don't even realize this. They seem to think that the more choices that they give their customers, the more money they're going to make. This is not how it works. You're making your customers, your people, you're making everybody work when it comes to your truck. They get decision fatigue. They start to feel overwhelmed, and guess what? When someone feels overwhelmed, they do one of two things. They either hesitate or they just move on. Me personally, I'm one of them people who will just move on. Besides, hesitation does other things as well. It just slows down your line, and who wants to be standing there when you're hungry, waiting on your food 18 to 20 minutes because the line is slow and it's not even your fault? As a food truck owner, you're thinking, yeah, I got everything on my menu. This is great. This is going to make me so much money, and you're proud of it. Now, this might be the reason why your truck is and looks busy, but your pockets aren't feeling that way. They disagree. What's going on, everybody? My name is Richard King of King Richard Designs, and I talk about food truck branding and menu psychology on a daily basis. I also provide visual strategies helping you food truck owners understand why some trucks make money and while other trucks stay stuck, even though the food is good. And today in this video, we're talking about some of the biggest mistakes that food truck owners themselves, they make. Too many options. I know you thought there could never be too many options, especially if I cook well. Well, I'm here to give you a little information about that. Some of y'all got loads of different foods. I can go down the options. You got burgers, tacos, cheesesteaks, loaded fries. You got wings, wraps, salads. The list goes on and on. Smoothies, you name it. And guess what? All these things are on one truck, not multiple trucks. This is one truck that you yourself operate. You got to understand, this should not be the concept. You're not at a grocery store. Now, I understand why owners do these things. They want to please everybody. They seem to think, okay, well, I know one person may want tacos, but another person may want burgers. And I should provide a little bit for everybody. So you keep adding meal after meal, food after food, and you end up with what looks like a to-do list. But here's the big problem. When you're selling food to everybody, you become memorable to nobody. And that's what we really don't want. The strongest food trucks, they have clear branding. They have simplicity. You don't see them trying to provide for everyone and trying to provide everything. These trucks and these specific places, they know exactly, when you come up to them, you know exactly what you want. You know exactly what they provide, and you're there for that specific reason. Nothing more, nothing less. If I want a taco, I'm going here to the taco truck. If I want a burger, I'm going straight to the burger truck. Just think about the trucks that people line up for. It usually has things like hot chicken or birria tacos, lobster rolls, gourmet grilled cheese, smash burgers, or even loaded fries or potatoes. They have one dominant thing, one thing that you identify with, one thing that you're craving, which in turn gives you one reason to stop there because you know you're going to get exactly what it is that you're looking for and what you want. Clarity in these situations, they matter. Now, I mentioned this before, but I'm going to get into it a little bit more, and that's decision fatigue. The human brain gets to a point where it's just completely tired of making choices. You're making choices all day. Sometimes you're on your lunch break and you're thinking or making a choice of what you want to have for lunch, what you want to have for dinner, what truck you should go to. When you're having decision fatigue and you want to make these decisions, the decisions have to be made quickly, and it has to be made based on something that you truly want. Think about it. When you're in the environment of a food truck, you're in a loud environment. You're usually outside. There's kids running around. There's music playing. It may be large crowds, people standing, and it's distractions all over. In these situations, it can become a mental overload. I know for me, it's so much going on. I have a hard time just focusing, let alone making a decision when I'm hungry. So in this situation, you got all these other distractions, and then you walk up to a truck and you look at their menu and they got 47 items on there. It's too much. Again, when we're looking at menus, we're not reading them, we're scanning them. And when we got to scan through 47 different items, 47 prices, the ingredients, whether it comes with a combo, what comes with the combo. If I don't want this in my combo, can I replace this with my combo? Like the different sizes, it's all too much. And that can lead to decision fatigue because this should not be work. This should be something that, or a decision that we can make quickly, knowing that this is exactly what I wanted and what I would like to have. But in turn, it leads you to feel a bit uneasy about what it is or the decision that you're making, causing people to just, hey, walk away. See, the problem is some food truck owners, what do you mean by Cheesecake Factory? What do you mean by Cheesecake Factory dreams? I'm glad you asked. Allow me to explain a little bit. Cheesecake Factory has a huge menu. They got everything available and they got endless choices. But here's the difference, and here's what makes you different as a food truck owner from then the Cheesecake Factory. The Cheesecake Factory is designed for a customer to come in, sit down, and be served. When people go there, they expect that. And you, as a food truck owner and or operator, it's the complete opposite. Food trucks are a speed business. Everything is moving fast. And movement businesses are impulse businesses. A food truck will actually win when people notice it fast, they understand what you do quickly, they order their food fast, and you get fast service. That's simply the formula. The longer people stand there confused, guess what? The more dangerous your line becomes. Because one confused customer is going to slow your line down. Slow your line down, gets other people angry. Other people go from being curious to confused to frustrated to walking away. Now, it may seem like your line looks long, but it's not efficient. That's a big difference. Some of the highest earning food trucks have the smallest menus. They don't have a lot of things on there. And if you're wondering why, here's some real hardcore information as to why this really works. When you have a small menu, that equals faster prep time, faster ordering, lower waste and easier inventory, easier staffing, and higher consistency. And when you have higher consistency, that automatically builds trust, not just within your customers and your client, but within your staff. Not within just your customers, but your staff as well. Consistency with them is extremely important because without them, you're working by yourself. Who wants to do that? If your team only has to master 5 items instead of 25, think of how well they'll be able to put this meal together. The quality improves dramatically, and that matters, especially at festivals or lunchtime when lines are really going crazy and you gotta get these orders out. Having 5 items on your menu that have been mastered and you're able to perform and create these meals and get them out like nobody's business. It's second nature up to this point. That improves your consistency, that lowers your wait times, and it increases your ticket sales. That's something that I know you really want to do. Because nobody wants to wait 18 minutes while your staff is trying to remember what goes into that Jamaican jerk burger or those Asian burrito tacos that went viral on social media that you've only made 2 or 3 times and you have to, just think about it. It's just chaos. So listen, here is a smart food truck strategy. Have one hero item. That's right, just one is all you need. And I'm really firm on this. I had a client that I was just giving information out to. He tried this and he did it, made some adjustments on his menu, and he just came back the next day like it worked. It was amazing. We sold out of it. But I digress. Back to what I was saying. Have one hero item and be known for that one item. Now that doesn't mean that you sell that only that one thing. It means you lead the brand with that one Let me give you a couple examples, like a famous burger, a crazy lemonade, loaded fries, birria tacos, or a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Yeah, I had to get a little bit detailed on that one, but you get the point. That is the hero item that's going to pull people in. Then your supporting items will increase ticket sales, but your menu should really feel focused because a customer should understand your truck in 5 seconds. That includes the branding, that's your positioning, that's marketing psychology, all of these things. And most food truck, while the best food truck owners are just trying to be clear. Now here's the crazy part. Smaller menus usually make more money, not less, because it's less waste, fewer ingredients, faster service, simpler training, stronger branding, and easier marketing. Most importantly, the customers remember you. They remember what it is that you do and the way that you made them feel. That's part of branding, but we'll talk about that in a later video. Nobody remembers that truck that sold them everything. People remember that truck with the crazy tacos, the lemonade that was so good on that hot day, like it made me, I brought 2 of them. Or that burger truck that the brioche bun on that burger was crazy with the caramelized onions. I like to get a little detailed, I'm sorry. Simple scales and complicated, well, you know, it struggles. So if your food truck menu feels overcrowded, if customers are standing there and they're constantly confused, if your line moves slow and your kitchen is chaotic, you might not need more options. You probably need less. Sharper branding, cleaner positioning, and a stronger identity would be the key, because the goal isn't to offer every single thing on your menu. The goal is to become unforgettable. If you need help improving your menu or simplifying your branding or creating a food truck system that actually helps customers order faster, that's what I do. I help food truck owners build a brand that people trust. Drop a comment below. How many items do you have on your menu? And be honest. If it's a little too much or it's overwhelming, share with the community so we can all help each other. Because I got a feeling some of y'all are running a restaurant out of a food truck or a trailer. If this video gave you any help, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel so I can continue to bring more content like this. My name is King Richard of King Richard Designs, and I'll see you in the next video.